What kind of support do you think it offers?
A chance to have advice, to have to see people who've been through similar crises, if you like, to see how people deal with their relational lives and yeah, bringing up children and responsibilities and fears around that, and maybe professional crises within that, and to just see, wow, we survive it, life goes on. And that was really calming to me, to see, hey, if these guys did it, why shouldn't I, in a way. And then looking in the other direction towards the younger men, it was also nice to just see, to be reminded of energy, to be reminded of that resource of youthfulness and drive, to see a whole sort of spectrum of life and experience and stages, developmental stages, all at the same time, is one thing that I really appreciated. The other thing that I learned in that group is to emotionally connect to men without embarrassment, without, and it took a while, you know. I remember us in the beginning, it could be quite awkward, you know, not for very long, but it was in the beginning. There were some situations where yeah, we had to get used to that. And also what I like about it is this thing in these groups, I think when somebody really has got something to deal with in a life situation, the group is present and the group stays, and we stay on the point that is important at that moment in time, whereas the rest of life, very often we have a tendency to sidetrack or avoid the issue or feel embarrassed. So I think particularly for men to be emotionally present and stand it, to learn that vulnerability is a resource.
What would you say is the best thing that you've gained from a men's group?
One thing that Nick Duffel said once that really got me was that he said, the father's job is to teach his son to open and close the heart. And to me, that was a really good learning, the possibility of opening and closing the heart, and to say it's possible to teach it to a young man or to a boy, so that he becomes flexible and can adjust to the situation and react accordingly. You don't have to be soft, you don't have to be hard, you don't have to be closed, you don't have to be wide open. You can be appropriate to the situation, but you need that sort of suppleness in the heart. And I think that's something that the men's group teaches. And another snippet that came from the group is the feeling of a son. One of the greatest gifts that a father can give a son is to admire the son, to have admiration for what the son has achieved or what the son is, or just to actually articulate it and be explicit around it. And I have practiced that with my own son, to actually say it, to actually tell him, to be to think, yeah, it's not stupid, it's not ridiculous, it's not soft, it's none of that. It's the truth, and it's nourishing, and this is something I got from that men's group, which I like. So I don't know whether it's the best thing, but it's certainly something I really appreciate.